Hello and welcome. My name is Kat. I'm the intuitive healer, and I am here today to share 5 signs that you are disconnected from yourself. These 5 signs are pretty obvious. I see it with clients all the time. This is like literally everybody's problem, basically. But there are very, very simple solutions to it. And if you understand and recognize these 5 signs, like in your daily life, then you're going to be able to use solutions to solve them and fix these issues and help connect yourself deeper and get a better understanding of like who you are and what your needs are. So the 5 signs that you're not connected to yourself, number 1 would be that you're stressed. Anytime that you're stressing over anything is really an indicator that you are disconnected, that you're not tuned in, to your higher self, to your intuition, because our intuition is what guides us right through our life. And our intuition is our guidance system, but we've kind of forgotten to use that. And a lot of people do use it. Women actually tend to be more intuitive than men, but sometimes men are very highly intuitive as well, I find. So we all have intuition. But intuition is something that needs to be developed because it's very subtle, right? So it's something that you have to connect with on a daily basis, essentially, so that you can really feel connected. And begin to trust your own feelings and your own gut feelings, right? To guide you through decisions in life and just through really any process in life. My intuition is something that was always there, I've always had, but it certainly has developed over time and has gotten even stronger over time. But that strength in that intuition awakening within me happened as a result of me doing certain things, right? So meditation being one of them. I'm going to offer some solutions in a moment, but I just want to kind of go through the 5 signs first. And so stress being number 1. Number 2 is that you're worrying about little things, like just all kinds of little things that really are not a big deal or not that important, but you're stressing about it, you're worrying about it, and you can't seem to find just sort of inner peace about certain things. So worry is another sign, another huge sign, of being disconnected from yourself. Because again, there is no trust. You're not trusting any kind of process. You're not trusting yourself. You're worried all the time that things aren't going to go well, and they're not going to go well because they're out of your control. But actually, they're not out of your control. They're 100% in your control. It's just up to you to tune into that intuition to be able to show you kind of next steps or how to solve that situation. Number 3 would be that you are easily triggered by people or situations. So when we get triggered, that's also kind of a sign of being disconnected from yourself, because triggers are exactly that. They're triggers. It's like buttons that people push, right? But how many buttons do I have, and can those buttons go away? Well, absolutely they can, because I used to have about a bazillion buttons, and now I have significantly less, maybe, I don't know, a handful. But that too is a process. Like, you got to figure out your triggers, and that takes connection to yourself. You cannot figure out your triggers if you're disconnected from yourself, right? You can't overcome those triggers if you're disconnected. So connection is the first thing. That's the very, very first thing that needs to happen, I think, in anyone's life to be able to really navigate their life with peace and with joy and with ease. Feeling scattered would be number 4. So, and confused and just not having clarity about, again, what to do, how to approach situations or people or whatever. Feeling scattered is a major sign of that. It's that you're just not taking any time whatsoever to connect to yourself, to go within and to really listen to what that intuition is guiding you. It always guides us. It's always there. It's just a matter of connecting to it. So feeling scattered and confused is definitely another sign that you're disconnected from yourself. Number 5 would be that you don't know how to meet your own needs. You don't even quite recognize what your needs are. A lot of times I find when I'm working with clients that people think they know what they need, but they actually have no clue. They have no clue, because what we think we may need is not what we need at all, a lot of times. So knowing what you truly need and what your spirit and your soul needs to be happy and to feel at peace on a daily basis, that is another piece that has to be kind of figured out, right? Because if you don't have that figured out, you are going to have no idea how to meet your own needs, and you're never going to meet them. And you will also have an expectation as a result of other people, wanting other people to meet your needs. And that's not fair and that's not valid. I find we have to do this for ourselves. It's such a huge issue in the world where everyone is always expecting things of other people, and it's like, yeah, well, what about you? Why couldn't you do that for yourself, right? Whatever it is that you're expecting from someone. And sure, in some cases we need help, we need support, absolutely. But in most cases, we are able to meet our own needs. We just don't really know how. We've never been taught, and therefore we think or we assume that it's like other people's job to make us happy. Not at all. It's our own job to make us happy, right? And again, that's going to come from that connection to self. So I want to offer some solutions now to those 5 different things: the stress, the worry, the easy triggering, the feeling scattered, not knowing how to meet your own needs, all of those things. So some really simple solutions that I love to use and that really, really have worked well for me. One of them is meditation, obviously. First and foremost, the best tool that I would use is meditation. It just takes me within. It takes me within instead of being out all the time. And it helps me to really, really connect with myself on a very deep level. I get so much guidance and messages, and intuition is just kicked in, all of that while I'm in meditation. And meditation doesn't have to be a long thing. It's not like you have to sit there for hours and hours. It's just 5 to 10 minutes of, I'm going to just go within for 5 to 10 minutes and see how that feels. So keep meditation practices simple and incorporate gratitude into it. So solution number 1 would be meditation to help reconnect yourself to your intuition and to your soul, your inner being. Slowing down would be another very, very good tool to help connect with yourself again. If you're racing through life, if you're rushing through every single day and every moment, you're not going to be able to connect. You're not going to be able to understand what your needs are and see them. You just won't be able to see them because you're too busy. You're just right, left, right, center, and your attention is constantly outside of yourself. It's not within yourself. Okay, so that's slowing down is huge. It's one of the biggest problems that I see in society today is everyone is just rushing and things are just moving too quickly, and it doesn't give us time to connect and to just settle and to take time to understand our needs. You can't when you're rushing through life like that. So slowing down is a huge one. Meditation is a huge one. Taking time for yourself only. This is probably the biggest thing that most people just don't know how to do. And it's a very, very obvious sign of disconnect, is that they don't know how to take time for themselves. It's like time for you is only you, right? I'm a mother, so I have a child, and I know exactly what it's like to be very, very busy and to have to meet somebody else's needs, right? She's still young, so I have to take care of her, and I have to figure out what I need, and I have to make time for me, because life is life and it's not going to happen on its own, right? Things will always come, people always come, and situations will always arise. So take time for you. Do one activity a day. Maybe just start with this. Do one activity a day that is only for you, that does not involve any other person. This could be reading a book for an hour by yourself while sipping a cup of tea, or going to float or going for a massage or taking a walk out in nature, going for a hike, whatever. Anything and everything that is just for you. That would be the thing to do. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is also a huge, huge part of connecting with yourself again. If you're not mindful, if you're, again, just kind of rushing through life and not slowing down enough to pay attention to become mindful, to see, you know, to actually observe your actions, because that's ultimately what needs to happen, is we need to observe our own actions. Then again, disconnect. So observe your actions. How did I just respond to that person or that situation? Or, you know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like going backwards a little bit, like observe situations rather than react to them, or rather than be triggered by them. Just kind of like unemotionally observe and see. That's mindfulness. I love doing it. I love it, because I find it gives me like this whole picture of a situation. I'm not seeing this much of it. I'm seeing the entire thing when I'm unemotional about it. When something happens and I can just observe it unemotionally and say, that's interesting. Let me just look at this for a minute. And look at it kind of from all angles before I, like, you know, freak out about it. And when I do that, it really, really helps me. I see everything much more clearly, and you don't end up building resentment. You don't get mad at people. You're able to control your feelings better. So it makes a huge difference, And the last thing I would like to suggest as a solution to connecting with yourself is salt bath. Salt bath, people, work so well. I love it. Salt baths are my absolute favorite. They really, really help me to calm down. It just takes me to a brand new place. Usually when I'm in my salt bath, I like to meditate. Again, it's effortless. Like, this is effortless stuff that I'm talking about right now. I get in the bath, and already while I'm doing my bath, like in my mind, I have this intention of, this is going to be amazing. This is just for me. And I'm so excited. And that's always how I get in. I put my essential oils and I put like a ton of salt. And once I'm in there, I'm like, okay, and now we're just going to shut off and not think of anything. And I actually like to tune into my body while I'm in the salt bath. So I look for areas, like I just kind of scan my body, like feeling wise, and just see, like, does anything hurt anywhere? Is anything uncomfortable? Does anything feel tight anywhere? Again, mindfulness, connecting yourself to yourself, being aware of your body. Okay, so super easy things. If this was helpful for you, wonderful. Please try them out. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I'm happy to respond, to get back to you. I work with a lot of clients, so I'm always open to questions for anyone about this kind of stuff. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. That means that you're trying to work on yourself. It means, like, you watching my video is you know, you should commend yourself. It's good. It means you're open to something new, and that's wonderful. You're on the right path to improving your life. So good job. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for watching. If you like, you can subscribe to the channel, or click that little bell for notifications when I post new stuff. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.